Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Apologies for the sun. It's bright today. It's been cloudy and overcast and rainy these past few days here. But today we finally got some sun, so apologies for any sunlight that's glaring, but this means that God is shining, right? He's shining. Let him shine. So the word that I have for you this morning is, no one can disqualify you if God has qualified you. And what I mean by that is, if God has placed you in a position on your job, if God has placed you in a better financial position, if God has brought you out of poverty, if God has brought you out of bondage, if God has brought you out of, a financial rut, if God has brought you out of insecurity, if God has brought you out of depression, if God has brought you out of suicidal thoughts, anything that God has delivered you from, if he has qualified you to be in a position to be whole, to be healthy, to be well, to be successful, no man or woman can disqualify you. So I encourage you to have the confidence in you to be able to move forward with your life, knowing that God has qualified you to be in the position that you're in. I'll use myself for an example. I was a stay-at-home mother on and off for a little over 10 years. Raised my two daughters. I was going to school full-time. I graduated and got my degree this past May. I worked a little here and there, completed my internship. The job that I'm currently on, I was there back in 2021 in a lesser position. Humbly, I took the position because in my mind, I had been a stay-at-home mom for so long, and I was just so happy to have, the financial independence and financial freedom, and to just build my skill level. And I knew, me being on that job, it was a chess move. I knew that God placed me in that position so he could elevate me. I just knew it. So that's why I stuck with it. Fast forward to 2022. The end of 2021, I decided to leave the job. My husband also got really sick, so I was his caregiver. And I was also continuing my degree, finishing the last couple of classes. Graduated in 2022, and I went back to the old job, my current job, in July of 2022 as a supervisor, as a manager. Now, there were people who doubted me. There were people who thought I was not qualified. There were people who questioned me. There were people who challenged me. There were people who pushed my buttons. But what's kept me is the fact that I know God qualified me to be in that position. So there is nothing that no person could say to disqualify me. God saw me fit to be in the position that I am in, and I'm learning so much. I'm learning and I'm growing as a person. And I thank God so much for placing me in that position, because he had to put me in a position where I was enemy number one. He had to. He had to place me in a position where people won't go like me. He had to place me in a position where people were going to think I was not qualified. People think that and thing is, I'm much younger than a lot of these women that I work with. I'm young enough to be their daughter. So, automatically, I'm younger. What does she know? She don't know nothing. So I'm having to fight against all of these adversities, but God said that I am qualified, and that I'm in the position I am in because he wants for me to learn life lessons and valuable lessons, not only professionally, but personally too. And I thank him for it. So all I am saying is sharing my story with you, how I went from a stay-at-home mother, a full-time student, grinding at home, taking care of my kids, grinding it out with my education, to graduating and coming back to the very place that God removed me from in a higher position. God will elevate you in front of the very people who said that you were not qualified. Be encouraged. Stay blessed. It's a beautiful day to be alive. Peace.